5 players have told Manchester United that they wish to leave the club. Alejandro Garnacho, Marcus Rashford, Anthony, Jadon Sancho, and Terrell Malacia will not be reporting for pre-season training until later on in July. So is it these players coming to the forefront and saying, we don't want to be here? Or is it Man United pushing the issue, forcing the issue and saying, listen, you're not welcome. It's over. Find new clubs. You ain't coming on tour. And to add to that, Mateus Cunha is Man United's new number 10 as well. Marcus Rashford currently doesn't even have a number in the squad. So it's all going off at Old Trafford. Are we finally seeing ruthlessness? Are we finally seeing the hierarchy taking extra measures to make it very, very clear you need to find extra clubs? Or is it the players? Is this power in the players that are saying, we ain't coming back right now. We want out. Let's hear from you guys. I want to know what you lot are saying.
As Flex is just spoken about right there, basically in the last 20 minutes, Man United have effectively briefed the media as to what's happening ahead of preseason training beginning on Monday. And the answer is a lot. As you can see right there, Rich Fay, among many, they all reported at the same time, which means they've been told. Marcus Rashford, Alejandro Garnacho, Jadon Sancho, Anthony, Terrell Malacia have all told Manchester United they want to leave the club and will be allowed to report for pre-season duty later to finalise moves. And really, the suggestion is if they can't finalise moves, they'll come back for pre-season.
Yeah,
so right now, they've told, don't come back on Monday. In addition to that, for a bit more of a context around it, all of those players will be welcome back, they say, at Manchester United if they cannot secure moves away. Maybe once again, that sort of devil in the details. Contractually, you can't exile a player.
You can't just get rid of them. Yeah, exactly.
As it says right here, they will all have access to medical and rehab facilities during their time away from Carrington. To basically, once again, say it's not as if they've been banished or exiled. Nope. They have, but they haven't. You know what I mean? You can come in if you want to, but we're saying you
can use the bikes. Use the bikes and stuff.
It's like when you go on study leave before the exams. You can come in and use the library if you want, or you can stay at home to revise. It's up to you. It's up to you. Laurie Whitwell, once again, reporting the same thing because everyone was told the same thing. But significantly, Cunha has been given Manchester United's number 10 shirt. Of course, that was previously Marcus Rashford's shirt. And Rashford's reps were informed in advance. It's not like they found out through the press or anything like that. So Mateus Cunha is indeed the new number 10 at Manchester United. And if you had any doubts of whether Marcus Rashford had a future at the club, this is what Fabrizio Romano has said. It's definitely over between United and Rashford. Rashford dreams of a Barcelona move as a priority for his future. Of course, that comes off the heels of the news this morning about Nico Williams not going to Barca, agreeing that new 10-year contract at Bilbao. There were then other reports saying that Luis Diaz was the next option that Barca want, but they've already had a bid rejected for him several weeks ago, actually, and Rashford could be the plan B. But certainly, Flex, and this is what we've asked for, we said, look, start getting ruthless, start, the exiles, start do like the Chelsea do, and, Raheem Sterling, you're not allowed back, you're not going to be registered. Don't take them on tour. We'd all kind of gone there. They're probably going to end up on tour, aren't they? They're not going on tour. They're just trying to save fuel when it comes to the plane. So none of those guys are on tour. It's once again going to all of these clubs that are possibly interested in all these people going, they're available. Come and buy these players. So maybe the way of doing it so far hasn't worked. The sort of negotiating, people interested, aren't they interested? Now, Man United, I don't have my white flag, but it's white flag again, being like, come get the players, come get the players, please. Come get the players.
Come get them. It's over.
That's what it is.
It's over.
Yeah.
This is big news, but we do need to break it down. We do need to break down what it means because
spin. Is that what you're saying? Spin.
No. It's not spin. Definitely isn't spin because it's real. This has happened. They're coming back later. Rashford don't have a number. It's not spin. Spin is like lying and acting like they're being told they want to leave and that, when really you want to welcome them back and they're going to play for us again. This is not spin. This is going to happen. But it is interesting to look at this and break down, does this put us in a stronger position or a weaker position? Is this the correct action Man United needed to take? Because you have one side whereby now you have like you said, told the world that these players want to leave. They all want out. So instantly, anybody negotiating, not like they didn't know, but anybody negotiating for these players or wanting to negotiate for these players, price can just come down a little bit from the prices that it would be, and it's difficult already. It's come down again because publicly you've told them clear off. If they don't find moves by a certain time where they have to come back as well, what does that look like? Clearly, with how it's going, they're saying it in a professional way, but they're not getting reintegrated into that squad, in my opinion. Like, say we get back from tour and it's, I know that would be like August the 3rd or 4th, innit? But say it's late July, the team's not even going to be there in late July. Like the actual team is in America. I'm going to be there.
They'll be allowed back in late July. When? August.
When no one's there, man. Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean? So there's no intention, is there?
There's no intention. And then we get back and then we've got that game against Fiorentina, and obviously they're not going to be, part of it. So we have to talk about that. But for me personally, my opinion of it is, I think it is needed. It's needed because what it also does is stops the distraction because obviously we're like, they're going to come back. They're going to go on tour. Are they surely what's going to... Now Ruben won't have to... He'll have to answer questions initially of, so those 5 want to go. What's going on? And he'll just say a blanket discussions. We've told you already. They're looking for new clubs. They're still Manchester United players as of now, but looking for new clubs. We will see. He has to keep it simple, but it puts to bed they ain't coming on tour. I'm focusing on this. The people who want to be here. It does.
That's the reality is, because you can get lost in the minutiae, because as is the case with Rashford, with Antony, with Sancho, with Garnacho, every single time they didn't want to leave. They were told to leave. Again, who gives a shit, right? Exactly. The outcome's the same. They leave. So Man United coming out, and the way they framed it is all of these players have asked to leave. Did some of them ask to leave because they were told to leave? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or they were given the impression, I'm not welcome here. Yes, probably. Marcus Rashford, Alejandro Garnacho, good grief. He was told in front of the squad, you better pray you find a new club.
He might not like that. So he might be like, don't put out there that I didn't leave.
I didn't ask to leave.
Because that could come next now. There could be
some
more. He's already done the Rashford thing on the back. There could be more stuff.
Yeah, but even with that, like I said, who cares? Because the outcome's the same, isn't it? I wasn't asked to leave. I was told to leave. Okay, so you weren't fired. You were made redundant. You still have lost your job. The outcome is the same. Yeah, the minutiae might be different in payoffs and what have you. But still, it's the same outcome. So what it does scream like to me is Ruben Amorim's returned to Carrington today. There are pictures of him arriving at Carrington today.
Yeah, and
you get the impression he has made it abundantly clear.
Yeah.
These are the players I want to work with starting Monday. These are the players I don't even want to be here. United States, this is whether or not you want to say, they told Manchester United, I want to leave, or Manchester United told them, you are leaving. Same situation, same outcome. They're all going to be leaving the club. And this is, I suppose, as banishing as Manchester United actually do.
That is absolute go on, Amorim. That's Amorim. That has to be the manager. The manager said, well, you don't know where it is. We've remember the Ten Hag Sancho special where they just brought him on tour. Me like a muggins, like, I think you never know, lads.
I remember when you say that.
I was like, they're in the same vicinity. They're not like they're here, they're around each other. Maybe, just maybe, Ten Hag said, Amorim said, I don't want this guy on the plane. Like, you have access to all this stuff, but you're not a part of this team. Do you know how insane that is? Mental of it. I love it. I personally think that's one of the greatest things that we should be doing. You want these players to buy in, but Garnacho, look at the position Garnacho's put himself in. And he's the biggest fool of them all, out of everyone, to me personally. You went out there, done this massive, the interview was so unnecessary. His Europa League antics after the final was embarrassing. Even if he had a point, you can't do that. And now, guess what? It's not like you got mountains of places to go. So you could be frozen out of a good situation. Why? Because You just believed your hype. You got above your station, and good, because the people are gonna find clubs. You might be a lone guy. Hopefully, we find a club for him. But Chelsea probably looked at Chelsea for really want to go there. You hear that he desires to play for a team in London. Well, guess what? It's becoming slim pickings, bro. Right now, I don't know. Arsenal are talking about Noni Madueke. Don't know if that's gonna happen. You got Chelsea have got Gittins, so I'll be surprised if they go for him. If they go there, good luck to him. But you just have to respect your home club. Wearing their thingy shirt as well probably was the nail in the coffin. The Aston Villa one, and there was nothing from the club. I said, all right. They said that bullshit is gonna stop now. And they made it. I
think before that, you was told in front of everyone that you better pray you find a new club.
But for him, that was the thing. But for Garnacho, in his side, like you just said there, he was told you find a new club. Ever since then, since he's known that, he's just gone, fuck this. Let's be real, he has.
Listen, man, I'm really happy. I think it's up to you how you want to look at it. I'm gonna look at it from the lens of the manager's being ruthless and he's taking control of this team and he wants to get ready for preseason. That's a better thought than he's got like the club just decided and this, that, and the other. I like if it's an Amorim thing. So that's the angle I'm going to look. And it's just like the people that are going to look at it from the how dare Amorim do this angle. There's some people that are out there that are feeling that way right now. They wanted Sanchellini probably back in or to be given an opportunity. Like this, how different is this from Maresca not giving Sterling a number? Like it's not
talking about backing your manager as well. Obviously, that you back your manager in terms of bringing signings in. Okay, Man United still got work to do on that, but you also back your manager in terms of I don't want any of these players. All right, we'll get rid of them. No, I don't even want to come back for pre-season. You know, like we were saying last year with Eric. I know Eric, you don't like Sancho, but integrate him, put him in the shop window. You don't think that Ten Hag would have wanted to do this last year with Jadon Sancho? No, don't even have him come back. I don't know. I don't want him to come back. He can just find him. He can find his own transfer.